You were on 5, but that's okay.
Hey guys.
everybody.
Welcome back to DVD
featuring
DVD Extras featuring Chris and G.
And
I'm
Lizzy.
Lizzy. Welcome back.
I like that we looked at each other and she just took over. It's awesome.
Yeah, right.
All right, Lizzy. So how do you think the podcast went? The Wednesday podcast that you a couple days ago.
Yeah, a couple days ago, because we totally record these the exact day of and produce them.
Wednesday was a good day for me.
That's good. How's Friday going? Which would be today.
How's Thursday? Jesus.
Oh yeah, that's right. It is Friday.
No. Oh yes. We just all wore the same clothes. It's fine.
Yeah. We had wardrobe take care of that. Yeah.
Yeah, we have the same shirt just in the background.
Yep.
They steamed them and also wrinkled them so they look the exact same.
Yeah, it's a high production value on this
Shout out
set.
to our
Right.
dry cleaners.
Yeah.
Shout out to the production crew. You are freaking killing it.
Hell yeah.
Balloons by Allison.
Yeah.
They did our dry clean as well. So
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah. But
So-
anyway, continuing the conversation of lying to your children.
Yeah, we can do that.
I don't have
Chris?
kids, so you guys go
Yes.
for it.
Tell us what the payoff is, within 3 years from adulthood daughter. 3 years from adulthood daughter. What's the payoff of not lying?
Try year and a half.
Like, okay, how have
That was
you...
on purpose, by the
Oh
way.
my
I
God,
know.
What?
Morgan's 17 in March. Yeah. Not quite as young as you remember,
I'm
but
gonna throw up.
She's a
yeah.
junior.
She's a junior in high school.
Okay.
Remember when you were a junior? What was Lizzy?
No, I don't, because I was ditching and getting drunk. Okay.
Okay.
Watching you,
Does
Morgan.
Morgan watch this?
Well, watching you.
Sometimes.
That's a bad example. I'll tell you
Sometimes.
all of the ways that fucked my life up if you want.
Well, I had a child as a junior, so I guess there's that.
I was
He'll tell you all the ways that fucked his life
Yeah,
up if you want.
I was a
Like,
different G when I was a junior. I was working and going to school and working.
Were you
That's all
a
I
G?
did.
I did the same thing.
or were you a Guillermo?
I think by then I was going by G because people couldn't say Guillermo, and I got tired of it.
Were you GII or
No,
were you
GII,
just the letter G?
I was just the letter G. And what's funny is that there was
How did you evolve into GII?
So I evolved to. I used to go by Guillermo a lot, and you know this.
I don't.
Well, you guys both know this. Fuck it, you guys know this. I don't care. That's when you know
Okay.
this.
We can know.
I
Yeah,
used to
we
go.
know.
I used to go by Guillermo up until like freshman year because the problem was that I hated that people couldn't say my name at the beginning of like attendance because my last name's Astorga, so I made
You
it
were
like
first.
top 5 in
Yeah.
the attendance list. And then when I
You were breaking teachers in.
I was
Yeah.
having substitutes, I just got tired of it. I'm just like, well, that's me. It's pronounced Guillermo instead of Guillermo or whatever you want to fucking call it. Just call me G. And while doing that, I didn't realize that there's someone else whose name is Gerardo. I can't say it like that. Gerardo.
Yeah.
And he was named G as well. We were the same height. He was like lighter than I was, but we literally looked the same. Mm-hmm. So then we'd be like G1 and G2 kind of thing.
Cute.
So which one were you?
I was G2 because he was named G before I was. So the thing was like
But
afterwards.
you came first in attendance, bro.
Yeah, but
Hold
he
on,
I gotta
hold
piss
on.
on him and
We're
assert your
developing-
dominance.
This
No,
is an
cool.
origin story.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So
Villain
then-
origin. My bad.
Yes, villain origin for sure. So then after that, I stuck with G for a minute, and then I used to go by G for short as my group name, which was fucking stupid. And it was like the letter G for like the number 4, then short. Terrible name. And then
I mean, all band names are terrible.
Oh, G for short.
yeah. And then eventually, it was really bad. I was like,
It was an origin name.
And then
It
Yeah.
developed.
eventually I was like, I need to be called G because people like will not know me as Guillermo. And like I went like straight Richie Valens on it. Like I can't be called Ricardo Valenzuela. It's gonna be Richie Valens so people can say it. So it's so bad. So I was like, how do I make G
That's
unique?
so real, though.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I was like, how do you make G like a unique? And I was like, oh, like G sounds like we. So let me just put two I's in front of it. But then that's actually G.
Yeah.
So then I would put accents on it to make it G in Spanish. But then I was like, that's too much. But fuck it, I'm just gonna be GII. So that's how I got
Well,
the word.
who do you play for?
What?
When you play, most of your your audience.
Yeah. What's your demographic?
Who have you come up? Yeah, who has your demographic?
It's definitely demogrammas.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sally.
Yeah, it's definitely the grandmas. Yeah.
No, it's on kind of.
And my mom's there all the time too.
It's a little bit.
They are the demogrammas.
It is a little bit all over the board, but I think most of the fan base now is definitely people who are my age and older because I want to say that the generation beforehand is not appreciative of live music as much as our generation is and over.
Beforehand or afterhand?
Like Gen Zers are definitely not coming to my shows.
So they're after.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't.
Well, I mean,
there is an art to,
there was the whole thing,
like,
COVID, that probably ruined music for a lot of younger generations.
This is way before it.
Yeah.
EDM music, I think, is a big part of that, but it's also the evolution.
Well,
It's also the
you've done a
evolution
lot
of what it is. So.
cover work, I feel like, and
Not too much.
that calls to people that love the music that you're covering.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, I have a hard time learning new cover songs because they're all just EDM aspects of it. And it's just kind of
hard to translate.
Like sample on.
Yeah, it's hard to translate like a
the lack of appreciation,
acoustic guitar.
The lack of appreciation of people actually grabbing an instrument and playing it is decreased so much in the generation after us that it's just so hard. I don't know if live music is going to be a thing in the next 20 years.
Well, can you even adapt?
I don't know, because we would still be alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. It's just a lot more work, and sometimes
it's not worth it.
It's just not worth it.
Right.
Yeah, because...
Well, when the people that are coming to see you aren't younger than whatever the fuck, why would you cater your set to somebody that's...
Dude, I played a show at Gentry's yesterday, and, like... people liked it, but they just liked it because it's like, oh, the guy's doing something instead of like, he's doing something. Let me see what he's doing.
Yeah, there were a lot of like so it was like bar crawl or whatever. So it's a lot of the incoming school kids who really couldn't even drink yet, to be completely fair.
School just started,
and they literally like walked by, like stood there and like, oh, that's cool,
and then just walked away.
And then just kept walking, and then they just kept walking. Yeah,
but I think that's also a challenge for musicians in general to become better.
Yeah. I guess that's very true.
But the thing is like I hate EDM because of that aspect.
But do you want to become better to pull in that?
So there's this thing.
That's not what you're.
Well, there's this thing called disposable income, and it's not the people that are 18 to 26.
That's absolutely right. But at the same time, it's like we're in such a weird place that I think digital is more important than actual, if that makes any sense. So people don't like living in the moment as much as they used to, and I think that's going to be the downfall of a lot of live music.
Well, is it that they don't like it, or that they're not aware of the commodity of it?
I don't think they're aware.
They grew up with this.
It's not hot shit to be able to go out and feel something in the moment with someone
without filming it.
Yeah,
right.
That's why, honestly, I want to get.
Isn't that kind of heartbreaking in a sense, though? That like here are all these kids that like can live stream whatever the fuck, and like there's not that something like Woodstock wasn't a total dumpster fire, but you know,
like 99 or like 69.
There is like there's an emotionality and like a vibe to that kind of experience that live streaming doesn't.
No, for sure.
Have.
I think the pandemic
community
definitely pushed that more, but at the same time, I think. I feel bad for the generation next because they're not going to have genuine interactions with people as much as we did. And hell, we probably didn't have the genuine interactions as much as like our parents did.
Because we were the internet generation. Which also, how does that feel that we were the experimentation of the actual internet? Like the internet was invented. The internet was invented before we did the internet. But I think that's when the internet became the internet, was when we were children.
I know, but there's people in our generation that found success in internet relationships. And then there's people like me. I did not find success with people online. I didn't I don't have any fulfillment in online relationships. And I reverted out of MySpace at the time and Facebook into wanting genuine connection, being with people and experiencing things together, and our culture has created a lot of people now have anxiety that's through the roof, and they don't like to be in concert settings, right? There's tons of people, it's really loud and this and that, but it's part of that is a product of being around screens all the time and constant input. And now you see people driving around with headphones, and that is so nuts to me that you have headphones on when you're what if somebody honks at you, or what if you're about to hit a car and you could have heard the honking trying to stop you? There's it's such weird. A conundrum.
See, and because I'm such a shout out to Paul for this one, but I'm such a hipster contrarian.
That's exactly what you are.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm so anti-phone that I literally don't give a shit about which phone I have. I'm getting
better about that, by the way.
Yeah, but also I'm to the point where I'm kind of going to screw myself.
So you get an Apple device?
I definitely don't have an Apple device.
Well, he does. He has a laptop.
I'm just kidding.
I'm to the point though. Like if I go to a concert and I do stuff, I literally don't take pictures.
Yeah.
Well, it's almost disrespectful. Like, you know how at weddings you're not supposed to take pictures with your phone because there's a fucking photographer for a reason?
Yeah.
Honestly, like, you're not at a show to show other people the show.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
You bought the tickets for your own personal experience.
Yeah.
Live it.
But see, that's the problem.
Live it yourself.
I'm screwing myself over because I'm just so anti taking pictures now because everyone takes pictures of everything that I know I remember it now, but one day I won't be able to remember it.
I agree with that. So kind of,
it's just me being a little shyster compared,
sure.
you know.
So
your oral history game better be like
right. I'll be the storyteller.
So kind of in the sense of that, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
But my rule is I only take pictures at the beginning and then I don't take my phone out for the rest of the show. So like opener, all right, first song, let's take some pictures. All right, cool. In the pocket, if they're bad, but at least I have those pictures I can look back at.
Sure.
Right.
And then I make an adamant to look at my phone to have like something that actually shows me pictures of like not a specific day, but just random pictures that are on my phone. Mm-hmm. So then I'll look back and be like, oh yeah, that was fucking sick. And I'll send it to the person and be like, remember
this? You just did that the other day.
Yeah. Because I was
like, was this Telly? And you're like, yeah.
Because I mean,
just standing next to a lake randomly.
We forget that the whole point of taking pictures is to look back and be like, that was cool. It's like,
reminisce.
Yeah. And so,
which is such a beautiful thing.
Which we don't do with this podcast.
Like think about how our parents and grandparents kept photo albums and stuff. Like I guarantee all of our parents have like some sort of wedding album or something. And now
my parents have a lot.
You know, people getting married now, they probably don't have something tangible like that. Like, what if all of the hard drives in the world burned? Or like, if Y2K
we have a very, very experienced
the internet, and then you literally can't go look. Like, there was just a story on the news about these people that had their pictures taken by some company that then shut down, and they never got their wedding pictures back. But then whoever, up the ladder followed through and got them their pictures or whatever. But like, what if that was real? What if you never had that stuff again?
Well, so funny you say that because we literally kept our back catalog of all of our videos on a hard drive.
And it just shit.
Yeah.
So we lost all of that.
The hard drive shit?
Yeah. So we lost all of our back catalog.
How did that happen?
That's probably my fault.
I don't know. We literally don't know. He just plugged it into his computer.
And it started spinning, and instead of spinning, it wouldn't turn off, and it just shit.
But also don't think... I don't think it was a quality hard drive, though.
Yeah. It is okay. But how okay would, we're all millennials here. Yeah. How okay would, a Gen Z that's been doing a podcast for over a year feel about that same thing?
Yeah.
You're okay because
I'm okay with it because I understand that everything that I try to do in my life, I try to embrace as much as I can.
You lived it.
Because my thing is I've been to the point where I was like, I'm not going to be here anymore. So once I got out of that hole, it was kind of like, I want to be here. So everything I do, I want to make sure that I embrace it as much as I can. And granted, I mean, just like any other human, it's here and there. But
as you create, you're living it in the moment and appreciating it.
I can look at Andy, I can look at this moment and be like, man, this is really cool that I'm doing this right now, or that I have these people around me. And I think that we were losing that because we're so much more about in our generation, we've always been about pleasing other people or looking cool for other people.
Yeah, that's very true.
I really feel like Gen Zers are twice that.
Yeah,
because it's so much more
content,
the whole bullying outside of school is always a thing now. It's fucking insane.
So again, going back on
if you got picked up, you were fucking safe. The second you're in your parents' car, you're away from the motherfuckers, and then now
it just
kids are.
They follow you. Yeah, you can't get away from them.
Right,
they're there all the time.
But also, you want to sacrifice your cell phone.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of funny going. It's not funny. It's dumb.
For what? For what?
Exactly.
To be able to have access to other people when it's convenient for me.
Yeah.
It's just FOMO, dude. FOMO's a real thing now.
How much do you not want people to have access to you? You're like, these people keep texting me, and they think just because it's in my pocket, I have to respond right away.
I was so much like a phone guy now, and I'm just kind of like, dude, I took even today kind of I have so many messages.
But again, going...
I am not at your disposal.
Right. But going back to how I'm a hipster contrarian... So I literally don't give a fuck about 99% of things. Nothing really bothers me. And looking cool and being perfectly kept up to have some appearance for other people, I just literally don't care. What? Okay, cool. Thanks, man.
You're welcome. Happy birthday.
But yeah, so like for just a random example, I have a pair of shorts that I fucking love. And they just have holes all over them.
Dig it up.
Because they're just comfortable. I'm at
khakis.
the age
They're
where
cargo shorts.
No, that's
and
actually
they hang past your knees.
That's
you wear them
different pair of shorts. Those pair of
your
shorts,
butt crack.
Those pair of shorts are ruined now. Actually, it's a different pair of shorts.
Your butt cheeks
Wait, where's the wah, wah, wah?
That one. But it's the same concept. The same concept. And literally, like someone came up, just like, "Hey, you know that you have a tear on the back of your pants right next to your butt?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Thanks for looking.
It's called ventilation.
And they're just like, "Oh, well, I just didn't know if you knew." I'm like, "Yeah, that's why I wear this color underwear on purpose."
Did you know the person?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, it was someone like looking out for you,
dude,
not someone just like random like, bro.
My favorite's when my zipper's down, because for some reason it happens to me a lot. And especially when I'm playing, like it happens a lot. And I'm at this point.
It's weird. Yeah.
I'm at this point now where I was like, I don't
you get excited.
No, I don't give a fuck. I'm just like, I just like pee, and I'm just like, oh, I gotta go play, right?
Yeah.
And then they're just like, gee, your zipper's in. I was like,
do people say that to you while you're on the mic, where you have to go, "Thank you, I fixed it"?
No, I'll be like, oh yeah, for sure. I just forgot to zip it up.
XYZ PD, shut the fuck up.
I'm like, why are you looking down there, man?
Yeah. But yeah, it's just like, I guess the point is like, I just don't care to be the coolest person in the room at all anymore.
I actually encourage myself to be the worst person.
But again,
who can give the least amount of fucks?
But then
when there's Gen Z in the room, like,
oh, they care about everything.
Everyone's
not that much of a competition.
No. The problem is that because with the internet, everyone cares too much about too many issues instead of worrying about their own issues before they can fix the fucking world.
Right.
That's so true.
Like, fucking stop, so dude.
True. Like, it's honestly, it's about being responsible about how you expend your energy. You know, like, worry about you, expend energy on yourself, so you're pouring back into your own cup. The more and more you worry and use your awareness to point out other people's flaws, the more you're pouring into places that don't
you're digging yourself in a hole.
Serve you.
Yeah. But also, those shorts are brown, not khaki. They just look khaki because I washed them so much.
And we're going to leave it at that, you guys.
But on that note,
thank you guys again for tuning into a DVD Extras.
Shout out to the service industry for introducing Chris and I.
Yeah.
Shout out to Greeley for just being so small and we can all be together for sure.
Thanks, G-Funk.
Thank you so much for coming in. Honestly, this has been a good time. This is probably going to be our second longest podcast that we've had. And we just literally recorded the first longest like 2 days ago. So yeah, it's going to be wonderful. Thank you so much for coming in, love. We do appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're the fucking best. That was a good one.
That was good. That was really good.
Check it out, you guys. Thank you guys so much. Have a good weekend. Have a good week. Have a good life. Bye.
That was good. Oh, like you drop it and we just look down. All right, bye.